Hey leaders, it's Miss Tiff here. This is going to be our Act It Out theater. You're going to be talking about when Jesus forgives Peter. And so we're going to act it out with 8 kids. So here's 2 of our kids up here. We have Peter and we have Jesus. And then you'll have 2 of the disciples that will wear the purple fish. And then you'll have the people at the fire asking questions. They'll wear the fire necklaces. And then you'll have the person who will be a rooster crow. So you'll have them wear this in the audience. They'll go, I don't know, whatever a rooster crow you want to make.
So as a leader, Miss Tiff, do I pass all these out at the beginning?
Yes.
Everybody gets
Yes.
their necklace first? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
you're going to give 8 people this at the beginning. And so what you're going to do is you'll see these 3 lines all the way around the room. So the yellow line is Peter, the blue line is Jesus, and the green line is the disciples. It's all in here when you start to read. So you'll see the green tape line, the yellow tape line, and then it tells you how to talk it through. The people that come to the fire, they'll just walk right up to it and they'll ask the questions. But the kids are repeating you, so they don't have to know their lines. They're repeating everything after you. Are you ready? Here we go. Welcome to Act It Out. My name is Miss Tiff. I am going to pick some of you to help act out today's story. When you're picked, you will come next to me and stand, and I will let you know when it's time to move. Okay, so first we have our Peter, and we have our Jesus, and then we'll have the rest of the kids. Okay, you ready? Here we go. We are going to act out the story of Jesus forgiving Peter. This is Peter. Wave, Peter. Peter is going to start with his finger on the yellow tape line, or her finger, and she's going to follow it till she reaches the boat. Peter was a fisherman. Let's watch. Oh, there he stopped at the fishing boat. This is Jesus. Wave, Jesus. Jesus is going to put his finger on the blue line and follow it all the way till he gets to the boat. When Jesus saw Peter, he was fishing. Let me see you fish, Peter. Oh, good job. Jesus says, come, follow me.
Come, follow me.
So that Jesus is going to go in front of Peter. And Peter says, yes. Yes. So they're going to follow. They're going to go all the way around the room back to the boat. They're going to follow their line. Make sure you put your finger on your line. And as they go, they're going to pick up the disciples, because we're going to fast forward. Go back to the boat. The disciples will be there. And freeze! Jesus sees the other disciples at the boat and says, follow me.
Follow me.
And they said, yes. Okay, everybody freeze. Everybody freeze in the audience. We are going to fast forward to when Jesus is taken to be put on the cross. Peter follows him. He remembered that Jesus told him he would tell the people. He didn't follow him 3 times before the rooster crows. Okay, everyone, we're going to walk around. Jesus is going to stop at the cross.
So Miss Tiff, I have a question as a leader. Are the disciples now behind
Yes,
them?
yes.
So they were all seated until you called the disciples up?
Yep, they were pulled
So
out.
once they get their necklace, they are seated, and then they stay until you call their character?
Yes.
Correct? Okay.
Yes.
So right now, we don't have the kids in here to do this, but this with Danny and Michael, with Jesus and Peter, would be a bunch of children that are the disciple roles. They just followed them from the boat to the cross.
2 children. 2 children.
Two children. Okay. We're just going to explain everything out as we go.
Sorry, I lost my spot.
It's okay.
Okay, so Jesus walks first. He stops at the cross. Then the disciples, the disciples will continue and they'll go to the boat. This is all written in here. They're going to go back to the boat, and then Peter is going to go to the fire. So when Peter gets to the fire, the kids with their fire necklaces are going to come stand up here.
All right, so all the kids will get up. So now with Peter are kids with fire necklaces on.
3 kids, one at a time. So they're going to be 1, 2, 3. The first person said, don't you follow Jesus?
Don't you follow Jesus?
And Peter says,
No.
no. Good job. All right, you go to the back of the line. Your second kid goes, don't you follow Jesus?
Don't you follow Jesus?
And Peter said, no. All right, that person goes to the next. And then our third person says, don't you follow Jesus? And
Peter, don't you follow Jesus?
And Peter said,
No!
when Peter said that, the room rooster crowed. All right, my rooster.
Oh, you have a rooster, sorry.
Rooster noise. And repeat after me. And Peter cried. Peter cried really loud. Jesus came back to life after he died on the cross for our sins. Later, Peter and the disciples decided to go fishing. So you're going to go over to the boat. Peter and his disciples fished all night long. Oh, it's been a
What happened to fire people? Did they sit down, Miss Tiff?
Yes.
So
sorry.
the fire people would have
said-
sat down and the disciples were still behind Miss Danny over on the wall.
Nope, they were at the boat.
They were at the boat.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, so they decided to go fishing. Peter and the disciples fished all night long and didn't catch anything. Peter and the disciples, can you say,
Oh.
Jesus walks from the cross to the boat,
Here he comes.
and he arrives and he says, have you caught any fish?
Have you caught any fish?
And Peter and the disciples say, no!
No.
And Jesus says, put your net on the other side.
Put your net on the other side of the boat.
Once they did, they caught so many fish. And they all yelled, that's Jesus!
That's Jesus.
All right, have Jesus walk using the tape line to the fire pit. You're going to go back to the fire pit.
Oh, Jesus. Come a long way.
And then Peter runs to the fire pit with the tape line. Run, 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 run. And then the disciples, now you walk quickly to the tape line. And now they sit down. Good job. Jesus asked Peter, do you love me?
Do you love me?
And Peter says, yes. Jesus asked again, do you love me?
Do you love me?
And Peter says, yes. And Jesus asked again, do you love me?
Do you love me?
And Peter says, yes. Jesus forgives Peter and tells him, tell people about me.
Tell people about me.
And Peter says, yes. The end. Give a round of applause for all of our
Good
people.
job.
Great
Good job. All
Great
right, a
job.
couple leader tips. As you're leading this, you want everyone that's sitting to be quiet. So if they start to talk, stop the story and ask them to listen and stop. So you want it to be completely quiet in here while all the characters are transitioning around the room. So don't be afraid to stop and wait for the kids to get quiet. They one or two times and you'll fix it. But don't let them continue to talk. Any other tips, leaders?
And if you have other leaders in the room, make sure you guys are empowered to make the kids stop too. So just because you're not the one leading the room, you need to say, hey, that's enough. Sit down.
Yeah.
And other leaders sit with the crowd. Make sure you're in the
That's
with
what I
the
was going to
crowd.
say. Leaders, you say if you're not involved in the storytelling, sit down with the kids and help maintain the control there.
Yep.
All right, they're going to love this. It's going to be a lot of fun. Everybody say, good job, Miss Tiff.
Good job, Miss Tiff.
Everybody say, good job, Jesus and Peter.
Good
Good
job,
job,
Jesus,
Jesus and Peter.
Peter.
All right, leaders, we love you. Have fun.